Salut, coucou tout le monde. Hello everyone, bienvenue chez French Lover. Welcome to French Lover. J'espère que vous allez bien. I hope you're good. Okay, straight to the topic. Today we are going to learn imperative, les impératifs. It is a tense, okay? Imperative. So when do we use imperative? So imperative is used in three different ways. One, to give a command. So you use imperative in three different ways, okay? Number one, to give a command like sit down, stand up, go there, come here, okay? Or keep quiet, like class commands, okay? To give an order. Now, number two, the second way or second reason area that you use an imperative is to give an advice. If I say, why don't you do like this, okay? Or behave this way, or calm down, or something like that, to give an advice. You see examples. And then the third way is to invite someone to do something. For example, please sit down or take a seat. Oh, you can serve yourself, okay? Oh, I don't mind, you can make a call, right? Like you're inviting them to do something, okay? So number one, to give an order, to give a command. Number two, to give an advice, like to advise to do something. And then number three is to invite them to do something. In my own opinion, all of them are just commands, okay? Commands like in a polite way, why commands in a strict way, okay? But those are the three areas you actually use imperative. Now, imperative is simple compared to other verbs. Why? Because it's conjugated only in three persons. Like it's conjugated in the second person singular, that's tu, the tu form, tu. It's conjugated in the first person plural, nous. It's conjugated in the second person plural, that is vous. So, the tu, nous, and vous. Second person singular, first person plural, second person plural. That is how you conjugate it. Okay, so the thing with imperative is you will remove the personal pronoun. Like if you are using it, you will not put tu, you will not put nous, you will not put vous. Okay, you remove it. You use only the verb. Okay. So when using imperative, you remove the personal pronouns in front of it. You just use only the conjugated form of the verb, be that in the present, be that in the past, be that in the future, any tense. Okay, so it will be something like, if I want to say stand up, now who am I talking to? Is it you? Stand up, right? That's where the tu will come and help you. You will just say lève-toi. Lève-toi. That's for second person singular. Now if I say stand up, but I'm talking to a group of people and then I am included in that group, like we are standing up, we stand up. So you remove the nous and you say levons-nous, right? Like let's stand up, levons-nous. Okay, and then if you are talking to a group of people but you are not included in that group, like you're saying you guys stand up, okay, but in the plural form this time, you will use the vous form, of course. You will say levez-vous. You know, lever, that's to stand up, is reflexive, se lever. Okay, so you will use levez-vous, okay, no personal pronoun in front. Okay, you can also use levez-vous in an official setting, like to speak officially. Like if you want to tell your boss to stand up in the office, you won't use lève-toi. that's disrespect. So you will use levez-vous, okay, telling him or her to stand up. So that's how you use a reflexive or imperative tense, okay. So remember, it is conjugated only in three persons: tu, nous, and vous. In the tu form, you are giving an order to someone, okay, but in an informal way of talking, okay, to one person. And then in the nous form, you are giving an order to a group of people that you are included in that group. You are part of the group that you are asking to do the action, like you are doing the action with them. Now in the vous form, you are giving an instruction to a group of people, but you are not part of the group, okay, or you are talking in a formal way to show respect, okay. All this talking, what else should we know? In the imperative form, if you are using reflexive verbs, if you don't know what are reflexive verbs, check my last video. You will see the reflexive verb, le verbe réfléchir. So reflexive verbs are verbs that uses things like me, te, se, nous, vous, il, se, right? Now, if we are using a reflexive verb to give an order, okay, or to speak in an imperative tense, the reflexiveness will go behind the verb. Okay, like I use lever, levez-vous. Is a reflexive verb. I'm saying levez-vous. The vous not went behind, but it is the second vous, not the first vous. The first vous is supposed to be the personal pronoun, and then the second vous is supposed to represent you, okay, yourself. Then levons-nous, the nous went behind, but it's the second nous that went behind, not the first nous, okay. Then for tu, I said lève-toi. Now that me, te, and the se will change to tonic pronouns. You will become moi, toi, soi, but you don't use those tenses. You use only the tu form, that's toi, okay. So that's the only way you need to memorize or retain, okay. So what's the other rule? The other rule is, if you are conjugating first group verbs, those are verbs ending with er. If you don't know how to conjugate er verbs, please refer to my videos on conjugation. It is there on the channel. So whenever you're using er verbs in an imperative tense, you don't add s in the verb in the tu form. Normally you're supposed to put s, that's es, at the end of the verb, but when you are using imperative, you remove the s. Remember, only for er verbs. Second group verb, that's ir verbs, also check video for that. And then third group verbs, which are many, like tre, dre, oir, those are all third group verbs. You leave the s, you maintain the s on the tu level, but only er verb doesn't have tu. Again, there's examples I will show you, so all this speaking will make sense. So what was the rule number one? Rule number one, imperative tense is conjugated only in three persons, that's tu, nous, and vous, and then when conjugating it, you remove the personal pronoun. Rule number two, if you are using a reflexive verb, the reflexiveness will go behind the verb, okay, behind the verb. And then rule number three, when you are conjugating er verb, that's first group verbs, at the tu level, that's the second person singular, you remove the s that was supposed to be there normally. You remove the s, okay, but second group and third group verb maintain their s, they stay there. Why? I don't know, do not ask me. Okay, so that is it. We are going to do some examples. So maintain it. Remember, imperative tense is used to give an order, invite someone to do something, or to give an advice. Okay, we are going to look at some examples. Okay, so for first group verbs, that's er verbs, we use fermer, ferme, Fermer, ferme la porte. If you look at the er verb, ferme la porte. Okay, that's first verb. Ferme la porte means close the door. Fermer is a verb to close. Ferme la porte, close the door. Have you noticed they removed the s? As I was saying, normally you're supposed to have an s. Ferme la porte, and then they remove the personal pronoun, the tu. So close the door. Ferme la porte. Then the second one, rentrons vite. Rentrons vite. Rentrons is to go back. Okay, or go back, like to go back to your house. Rentrons vite, or to come back. Go back, come back is rentrons. From the verb rentrer is an er verb. Rentrons vite means let's go back fast. Let's go back. Let us. I'm telling you now. I told you in 3 situations we use imperative. Ferme la porte, that one was a command. Rentrons vite, that one is like an advice. Let's go back. Okay, let us go back. And then ne fumez pas. Ne fumez pas. Ne fumez pas means do not smoke. That one is in the negative form. Fumer is a verb to smoke. It's ending here with an ez, so it means it's using the third person singular, plural. Sorry, vous. Okay, ne fumez pas. So I'm either telling a bunch of people not to smoke, or I'm speaking in a formal way. Ne fumez pas. Okay, now for IR verbs, that's second group verbs. Finis ton travail. Finis ton travail. This one is an order. I'm telling you to finish your work. Finis ton travail. Have you seen there's an S there? You maintain the S. You don't remove it. Okay, the second one, accomplissons notre devoir. Accomplissons notre devoir. This one is an advice. It means let's accomplish. Let us is a new form. Let us, remember, a group of people that you are included inside for the new form. Accomplissons notre devoir. Let's accomplish our duty. This is duty here. Okay, devoir also means homework. Okay, and then bénissez-les. Bénissez-les. Bénissez-les, like inviting you to do something. Béni is from the verb bénir, that's to bless. Bénissez-les means bless them. You're blessing the group of people, but you are not part of the group, or you are just using a formal way of talking. Bénissez-les, but there's a le here, so it's not a formal way of talking. It's a group of people. Bénissez-les, that's bless them. Bless them. Okay. So for third group verb, you have faites tes devoirs. Faites tes devoirs. That's do your homeworks. Have you seen the letter S? It stays there. Then prenons le train. Prenons le train. Let's take the train. Let us, group of people, and you are included in the group. Let's take the train. Prenons le train. Ne détruisez pas la nature. Ne détruisez pas la nature. Don't destroy nature. Don't destroy nature. Okay, I'm telling to a group of people. Verb pronominal, that's the reflexive verbs. Arrête-toi au feu rouge. Arrête-toi. Remember I told you the te will become toi. Arrête-toi au feu rouge means stop at the red light. Stop at the red light. Promenons-nous dans la forêt. Promenons-nous dans la forêt. Let's stroll in the forest. Let us stroll in the forest. Ne vous battez pas. Ne vous battez pas means don't fight. As among you, in the group, like you're telling a group of people not to fight. Okay, you should note that with avoir and être, there is an exception. Now they are auxiliary verbs. If you don't know how to conjugate avoir and être, still check my channel. You will see a video on how to conjugate avoir and être. That's the verb to be and the verb to have. Okay, so these ones are exception, like they are conjugated in a special way in the imperative tense. If you look at the screen, we have in the true form, it will be as A-I-E, sound as Aie du courage. Aie du courage. That's have courage. Have courage. Okay, then ayons de la volonté. Ayons de la volonté. That's let us have a will. Let's have a will. Or the will to do something, right? Ayons la volonté. Let's be willing if you want. Let's have a will. Okay, ayant de la volonté. Therefore, vous form, they decide to put in the negative, so it'll be n'ayez pas peur. N'ayez pas peur. That's don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. N'ayez pas peur. Don't be afraid. You have fear. That's why they use avoir. N'ayez pas peur. Okay, don't be afraid. Therefore, être in the true form, you'll be sois. S-O-I-S. Sois. So sois poli. Sois poli. Be polite. Sois poli. Be polite. Okay, that's you be polite, but you remove the two. Then soyons prudents. Soyons prudents. That's let us be prudent or careful. Soyons prudents. Let us be prudent or let us be careful. Soyons, that's us, a group of people with me included in that group. Then ne soyez pas méchants. Ne soyez pas méchants. Don't be wicked. Don't be wicked. Ne soyez pas méchants. Don't be wicked. Okay. Remember, imperative conjugated only in 3 tenses: tu, nous, and vous. It is used to give a command, an advice, or to invite someone to do something. You remove the tu, nous, vous when conjugating imperative. And then also note that when you are using imperative with first group verbs, that's ER verbs, you remove the S that was supposed to be at the second person singular tu level. That's tu, right? Normally you add ES when you are conjugated with ER, but you have to remove the S. Okay, remove the S in the present tense. Okay, but for the other groups, that's second group verb ending with IR, and then third group verb ending with DRE, TRE, OIR, you maintain the S in the true form. You don't remove it, you maintain it. And then I told you for reflexive verb, as you are seeing on the screen, is called pronomino. Yeah, the reflexiveness will go behind. Okay, the two that is supposed to have te, okay, we go behind and it will change to toi. It will change to toi. And then the double nous in front, one nous will be removed, and then the nous will go behind the verb instead of in front. Okay, and then the vous will go behind the verb instead of in front. Remember, in the in reflexive verbs, it's double nous. It's nous, nous, vous, vous. So you remove the first nous, and then the second nous go behind the verb. Okay, vous, vous, you remove the first vous, and then the second vous go behind. So if you have any question, don't forget to ask, like, comment, and then subscribe to my channel. I offer WhatsApp classes, so you can call me, WhatsApp me. Okay.